True fairness often feels cheap. That's why in platformers, the edge actually extends further than you can see. Yeah, this is the case for a lot of video games. Video games are often designed more to make their perception feel good than to make their actuality feel good, which is just, applied use of psychology. For example, in Tears of the Kingdom, the damage that spears do is actually lower than advertised, because spears do a lot of quick strikes, and so their damage per second is advertised closer to what it would be using a one-handed sword. Nintendo found when they told you the true value of damage that a spear does, people would not use spears because it was so much lower than a one-handed sword. And the reverse goes for two-handed weapons. Two-handed weapon damage is actually lower than advertised. Because again, if Nintendo told you what the actual damage value was, players would ignore all other weapons and use two-handed weapons because their values were the highest, when in actuality, since they struck slower, their damage per second was a lot closer to a mid-range sword with a lower value. They knew they were lying to you, but it wasn't like this was done without research. Players, in general, liked it when the designers lied to you. This is true in fighting games as well. In almost every fighting game, the last bit of your health bar always has more health in it than the rest. This makes matches feel closer than they actually are, and in testing, it shows that people become more invested when they think the match is close, even if it isn't actually close. I find it funny in my original video talking about this, where people said that XCOM values were lying to you. Like, if XCOM says it's 90%, it might as well be a miss. And the funny thing about that is XCOM is the one that's telling the truth. You feel like you miss on a 90% so often in XCOM because that's actually what a 90% feels like, and it doesn't feel very good. Remember, a 90% means you're missing 1 in 10 times. Think about how many shots you make in XCOM. Whereas other games like Fire Emblem lie to you, and people tend to say that they like it better. Because in Fire Emblem, a 90% chance is actually much higher. It's what you think a 90% chance is, which is pretty much guaranteed to hit. So when people say that a video game lying to you is somehow morally bad, that's crazy. We've been doing that since the NES, since before the NES. Mario's Hurtbox, for example, isn't actually the shape of his body in Super Mario Bros. 1. No hitboxes or hurtboxes in fighting games are actually the shape of their attacks. They are the shape that feels good and is best for balance. Any third-person action games won't actually kill you if you take a lethal hit. They'll just bring you down to 1 HP. I think Spider-Man worked like that. So you always have a chance to recover your health back and keep fighting. Art, in general, is often complex lying, because art is psychological, and utilizing that psychology is not necessarily a bad thing. By understanding how people's brains work, you can manipulate that brain to evoke a certain emotion, and doing that is accomplishing the point of your art. So I am fairly certain that there is a 90% chance that your favorite video game series lies to you. And remember, a 90% chance means 9 times out of 10.